In the 1980s and 90s, the fixed deposit receipt, fixed deposit interest payable is the same whether the amount deposited is 10,000 or 10 crores. Whatever may be the amount, the interest will be constant. But now it has changed. Now Reserve Bank of India has permitted banks first to fix the rate themselves. You fix the rate themselves. That is what they did in the year 1991-92. Now Reserve Bank of India has further refined the instructions. Now they have said you can fix 3 different rates for the same period depending upon the amount. First, you can fix an interest rate up to 15 lakhs. Then slightly higher amount from 15 lakhs to 1 lakh, 1 crore. And then a higher amount, slightly higher amount for deposits above 1 crore. So for the same period, suppose it is for 1 year, the bank can pay, I will give some typical examples. The bank can pay 6.75% for fixed deposits up to 15 lakhs. From 15 lakhs to 1 crore, they may pay 7%. For 1 crore and above, they may pay 7.25%. So this variation is possible depending upon the amount which was not there earlier. So now Reserve Bank has fixed 3 categories on which the differentiation can be made. One is up to 15 lakhs, from 15 lakhs to 1 crore and then above 1 crore. And another important feature we should remember about fixed deposit is that interest is payable quarterly only. If by any chance the depositor wants, it should be paid monthly, which is most important. Which is a most important feature. Many people do ask. For example, if there is a retired person, he comes and pays some 25 lakhs in fixed deposits for 10 years or 5 years. Then a retired man, from the date of his retirement, he is not going to get his monthly salary. Instead, he is going to depend on the monthly interest that he is going to earn from the bank. And it has to be paid every month. You cannot say I will pay after 3 months because the person requires money to spend every month. Whereas the Reserve Bank has said interest on fixed deposit is payable only every quarter. So what the banks do is, banks deduct a small amount for interest for that period and pay the balance to the deposit holder so that every month he will get his interest. I have given you an example. Suppose there is a fixed deposit for rupees 12,000 rupees which is deposited for a period of 5 years and at an interest rate of 10%. I have chosen 10% because even though it is high, it is easy to calculate. The quarterly interest comes to 300 rupees. And suppose he wants every month interest. Can you pay 300 divided by 300 rupees every month you can pay? No, you cannot pay. You have to deduct some discount from this, deduct some amount which represent interest on the 100 rupees for 2 months and interest on the 100 rupees for 1 month. So actually you can pay as per this amount I have calculated based on IBA guidelines. Actually you can pay rupees 99.58 as monthly interest and 0.42 is the discount because the depositor is getting his monthly interest in 1 month, 2 months in advance, in the next month 1 month in advance. For that 42 paise or rupees 42 paise is deducted from every rupees 100. So even though interest as per Reserve Bank of India guideline is payable only once in a quarter on fixed deposits, banks do pay interest to the deposit holders every month. But that is not in violation of Reserve Bank of India because they are deducting certain amount for advance payment of the interest. And therefore, banks do give monthly interest on fixed deposit to help the customers to meet out their monthly expenses. With regard to fixed deposit, each deposit is a separate contract and each deposit has got a due date. Suppose you go and deposit to 20,000 rupees today morning 10 o'clock, they will give you one fixed deposit receipt. It is a separate contract. By 11 o'clock you go and deposit another 25,000. It is another deposit. They will give you another deposit receipt. So each deposit is a contract and each deposit will have a deposit receipt. All deposits for the same period and same amount should have the same interest. That is because banks should not discriminate from A to B, one person to another person. One person, he is a friend of the bank manager, therefore he can be given 1% more. He is not known to the bank manager, therefore he is given 1% less. That is not possible. The Reserve Bank of India, in the words of Reserve Bank of India, I have given, there can be the interest rate that is offered to the customer should be non-discretionary and non-discriminatory. Two words they have used, Reserve Bank has used. One is non-discretionary. What is meant by non-discretionary? I am the branch manager, so I have a friend. So because he is a friend of the bank, or I consider him as a friend of the bank, I give him 0.5% more. Same amount, same period, another person comes and deposits, he is not known to me, I will offer him 0.5% less. No. The interest rate is not to be left to the discretion of the branch manager or any other person in the bank. It has to be non-discretionary. Second, it should be non-discriminatory. What is non-discriminatory? Same amount, same period, then you cannot discriminate between one person and another person. Both persons should be given the same interest. Suppose the amount is different. Somebody deposits less than 15 lakhs, another person deposits more than 1 crore, you can discriminate. You have the right to discriminate. But on the other hand, both deposits are for the same amount and for the same period, then you have no right to discriminate. The interest rate should be non-discriminatory. And as I told you, each deposit should be given a fixed deposit receipt. Please carefully listen to the words. Fixed deposit receipt. It is a receipt. FDR, fixed deposit receipt, is not a negotiable instrument. It cannot be transferred. Suppose a fixed deposit receipt is there in favor of Mr. Somesh Gupta. This Somesh Gupta cannot take the deposit like a check. He cannot endorse it in favor of Ramesh Gupta. My brother Ramesh Gupta is there. You please go and collect the money from the bank. You cannot endorse it because a fixed deposit receipt is non-transferable. They may ask this question, whether a fixed deposit receipt is a negotiable instrument. The fixed deposit receipt is not a negotiable instrument. As a matter of fact, it is not even transferable. Only 3 instruments as per Negotiable Instrument Act are negotiable instruments. What are the 3 instruments? A promissory note, a check and a bill of exchange. These are the 3 instruments which are negotiable instrument. All other instruments are non-negotiable instrument, and a fixed deposit receipt is not even a transferable instrument. It is a non-transferable instrument. You cannot transfer it. So as the name itself suggests, it is a receipt given by the bank in acknowledgement for having received the money. And if you want the money back, you have to go and tender back the fixed deposit receipt and collect the money with the interest from the bank.